The one thing here on Sean's View Entertainment I can say is that when it comes to watching WWE, whether it be good or bad, whether it be a compelling match or an intriguing storyline, or the next chapter of a scenario or feud that plays out on television, which doesn't happen all that often, I have watched, I have seen, and I have heard just about all. I have just about seen it all as a wrestling fan, as a WWE fan growing up, as I've never missed a show, never went away, never took a break, never turned my back on something that I loved, even though it wasn't the most popular thing to do in school at a time when wrestling wasn't so popular, wasn't so in, wasn't so the cool thing to do. But then again, there were those times where it was awesome and it was hip and it was rad and it was it really was, it put things into perspective how popular at one time the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. Sometimes there are times where you're a little embarrassed to admit that you're a fan. You're a little embarrassed to say that, well, yeah, I watch WWE. I watch the fake stuff, even though there is nothing fake about it. It's scripted. But I'm just here to say that I have watched every Monday Night Raw. I have watched every Friday Night SmackDown, every Thursday Night SmackDown. I have watched just about every pay-per-view event there is in its entirety as it was airing live. But due to my girlfriend and her pregnancy, obviously, that is way more important, way more overwhelming, tells a much bigger story. Obviously, family and an emergency C-section and having a daughter and having that come into the life really makes things come full circle for Sean's View Entertainment. So I can say that for the first time since Raw, since its inception, since its debut, Sean's View Entertainment did not watch, did not see, did not witness Monday Night Raw. And you know what? From the sounds of it, here's the thing. Back, say, in the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era, or even some periods in 2008 or 9, 10, 11, I would have been mad. I would have been agitated. Hell, I might even had a little tear that I missed Monday Night Raw. I may tear apart my whole living room that for some reason, I fell asleep, or I didn't get out of work in time, or there was just something that came about. I would have literally been mad. Because, there was those days where I was watching Monday Night Raw as a kid, and I did watch Raw as it was happening live, whether it was at 6:56, 7:57, 8:57, 9 o'clock, whether it was a 2-hour show or a 3-hour show. But there would be those times where my dad would flip through the channels, and he would flip the channel. He would turn the station, and I would be mad. And I know I said, well, I've never missed a Raw. Well, I've never missed the beginning of a Raw. I've never missed Raw's Welcome to Monday Night Raw. I would at least get through an hour or two. Because as a kid, as a child, you really don't have a lot of backing. You really don't have that kind of initiative to tell your parents, well, turn the channel. I mean, I've tried to tell them to turn the channel, but there are only certain times where the channel got changed. But nowadays, with the WWE and the repetitive, matches and the scenarios and the lack of direction and things changing on the fly and, things of that nature, as my dog gets into the picture. No, that's not my daughter. That is my dog. That's my cupcake. See him? See her? There she is. Yeah, there she is. She's always intruding, interrupting episodes. But no, yeah, I did not miss, Monday Night Raw. As in, I did not miss Monday Night Raw. Did you hear what I said? I did not miss Monday Night Raw. As in, I didn't miss much, as I'm hearing. There wasn't a whole hell of a lot to take in. I know they got Roman Reigns. They're trying to push him hard. They're trying to, I've been reading reports via my girlfriend's cell phone. But, like I said, there would be times where, you would be downright mad. You would be flabbergasted. You would be agitated that you missed Monday Night Raw. And you couldn't wait to, watch it the next day or watch it on tape delay or watch it on your VCR or whatever you had. But nowadays, do you really go back and watch a Monday Night Raw? Do you really go back and rewatch a Raw or the next day tell your friends in the gym or in science class or in math or you're waiting in line at the lunch line? Is that hype and anticipation really this? For me, I'm never gonna lose my passion for the WWE. I'm never gonna come to a crossroads where I say, well, you know what? I quit. I give up. Because you know what? There was a lot of people in the years of 93, 94, 95 that thought there was no light at the end of the tunnel, thought that there was no return, thought that the WWE could not bounce back when you had the likes of Doink the Clown, Duke the Dumpster Drozy, when you had these kind of characters that were on your screens and you were really scratching your head, wondering what the hell the WWE was doing. And then you have episodes where you had the Muppets on Raw. You have all these different scenarios playing out that doesn't really add up, but it doesn't make sense. But no, I didn't watch Raw, but at the same time, I did not miss Monday Night Raw. Now, I'm going to still do my opinion, my commentary, my view of rumors, news, and headlines, because right now, in my opinion, the reason I started giving my view and opinion of rumors, news, and headlines is because with the current product, I feel that it's been piss poor, it's been watered down, and this really is the reality era, and the reality of it is the WWE could be a hell of a lot better. But, like I said, I'm still holding hope. I still think that the WWE will get better, and I think it will draw us in. And just when you think the WWE can't do something that, is eye-popping or earth-shattering or something that is epic out of left field, the WWE can swerve you. The WWE can throw that curveball, so to speak. But I do think the WWE will draw me in once again. But that's not to say that I'm going to stop watching. I'm just saying that I haven't missed a whole hell of a lot. And I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I'm not going to cry over spilt milk that I missed Monday Night Raw, especially that my daughter was due. My daughter came. My daughter was here. My daughter is impacting my life. My daughter is a lot more important and will forever be more important than anything that is on my television screens. So, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, I did not miss Monday Night Raw, and I did not watch Monday Night Raw. Do you get what I'm saying? Subscribe. And if there's one thing I want to ask out of the WWE, if there's one thing before I close this out, give me a reason to be mad or annoyed or agitated or livid that I missed Monday Night Raw. Give me that reason of, oh my God, I didn't see this. I didn't witness this. I wasn't a part of the history as it happened, as it unfolded. I could not feel it because, you see, you can go back and you can watch replay after replay and you can watch previous Raws, old Raws, but it doesn't have the same kind of feeling unless you are watching it live. And even watching Raw live now, it's just not the same feeling. And that's what I want. Subscribe.